Welcome back to the Jim and Patrick Show. As you see, we're here just chilling out, enjoying the summer out here on the patio. And right now, we got a word submission from Rose. She has a last name, Jim. You said it. What's it?
Peterson.
Rose Peterson.
From
Thanks.
Potter County.
Right, Pennsylvania.
Upstate, near the New York border.
Pennsylvania pride. We appreciate you, Rose.
God's country.
That's you darn tootin'. If God had to live on this messed up planet, he would pick Potter County. That's for certain.
And boy, are they nice people.
Incredibly nice people. Thank you again, Rose, for submitting the word solitary to us. We aren't exactly sure. We were just discussing that this is kind of a tough word.
Yeah, thank you for that, Rose. This is a tough word. Tell Dave there's a shout out for him too.
But yeah, we're gonna do something good with this. But it's taking us a little bit of time to think of what we're gonna do with this. So we hope you enjoy what we do with your word solitary, and we'll be back with for your reactions, all of your reactions, not just Rose's, but hers too.
Hers? Not just Rose's, but hers too? Whose?
Right, it's like make mine hers yours. I think I just violated copyrights or something because that's
Why?
a chip company. But make hers is hers, and it's make what
Is it
what?
a he, she?
It's whatever you want it to be, Jim.
I don't want it to be anything. It's just
We're gonna do the scene regardless. Make hers yours. Hey, if hers wants to sponsor the show, we aren't gonna stop you. We like sponsors.
Exactly.
Sponsors give us money. Hey, you know, on the last couple scenes for this episode, Jim, we haven't said shout out to Mainline Models. Thank you, Lorraine and Linda, and
For all you do
the
for
whole
us.
team, for all that you do for both of us. We appreciate you, and we're doing this show for you as well, trying to get our names out there so that we can help grow the
Forget the names, think of the faces.
grow the business. And yes, please remember the faces, remember the eyes, remember the Titanic. I don't know.
Why do you remember the Titanic?
I have absolutely no idea. Anyway, enjoy the scene. Thanks.
For solitary.
Solitaire.
Now, the word solitary. Thank you again, Rose, for this horrible word. When I was young, my parents used to have a solitary in the living room where they kept bills and mail and different other things, and I wasn't allowed as a child to even touch the solitary.
When was this? 1708? I don't even know what a solitary is.
It's a desk.
What could you explain? Could you use words that people use and that people used even in the 1900s? Yeah, explain this.
It was a desk that opened up. Everybody had a solitary in their house.
Oh, solitary. Yeah, okay. I've played solitary. It's a card game. And I'm being...
No, that's solitaire.
I'm being told from off camera that in my house there is a solitary, and I always just called that a roll-top desk, which is way more English than solitary.
Now I think about it, it's called secretary.
Oh,
or is that what we need here on the Jim and Patrick show?
We could use a secretary just to make sure that if we had a secretary, maybe we'd have mail that came that she could distribute to us. But we don't get that.
No, we don't have the mail yet. We want our mail bags filled.
Right. Solitary is a game that you play by yourself with cards. And I've done that. I'm actually decent at it, but I don't think it's pronounced solitary. I just think I'm an idiot.
I used to play poker-terry.
That sounds like a dirty game that you'd play with a loose girl named Terry.
How'd you know?
Oh, okay, that's what he meant. All right then. No.
She was a solitary Terry.
Solitary Terry.
She was alone.
Cool, right, I got it. I get that. There's a solitary apple tree out back here, and I have a good story about an apple tree. How an apple tree traumatized me when I was younger, and I was an infant.
Here's an Isaac Newton joke. He learned about gravity laying under a tree, something fell on his damn head.
It wasn't really like that.
Well, how was it?
I was an infant in a crib, and there was like this humongous storm in an apple tree in my family's backyard, and the apple tree was, unbeknownst to us, apparently it was diseased, and plus we live on a floodplain, so it was easy for roots to come up anyway. The storm was so violent, it blew the tree into the window of my infant bedroom that I was in, and it broke the window, and the glass, it didn't get me, but it almost did. So, yeah, like the apple tree actually literally got uprooted, smashed into my parents' house. And I'm not sure, because that wasn't the point of the story, Jim.
Oh,
The point of the story was that I was in danger as an infant because of an apple tree. That solitary apple tree is offensive to me, and I would like to see
well, you
it
can't
removed.
blame the apples. Maybe it was a
Remove it.
peach tree.
I'll call the tree removal
Maybe it
people.
was maybe it could have been a peach tree or a cherry tree. You've been just as traumatized over a cherry tree?
Very true, I would have been.
A lone
So it really
solitary
isn't.
cherry tree?
It isn't the tree's fault. If a tree falls into your house
Well,
and,
exactly
and
the
it breaks
point.
your window, did it really happen? Of course it did, because it broke a window! You know?
Okay.
You know, the one of my favorite Johnny Cash songs is called Solitary Man. It's off of one of his Rick Rubin produced records, and it's fantastic. Everyone should get all of Johnny Cash's music, but especially the work he did on American Records with Rick Rubin. And I don't really care about copyright infringements, because those are all awesome record labels, producers, and things that you should go get. So, rest in peace to Johnny Cash, one of the icons
He was
and
one of the
pioneers of
icons,
rock
yeah.
music. If it wasn't for him and his early days,
Ring of Fire.
oh, fantastic.
That's what we did. We fell into a burning ring of fire. And we went down, 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 and
And the flames
got
went higher.
fire.
And I'd like to thank our camera woman Becky for allowing me to drink her soda, because I was
What do you
very
have in it?
thirsty. This was really just Coke and ice, nothing.
I smelled
nothing
alcohol all the
further.
way over here. Why are
No.
you trying to deceive me?
I guarantee you, there's no alcohol in this.
You're the only solitary drinker here.
Last
you-
week's
why-
show,
why
there
don't
was
you
rum
share?
in my Coke. Not this week. Hope that's not illegal. But if it is, then that was my solitary sin last week on the show. So,
Well, we have a new mission to get a solitary secretary. A
yes,
solitary.
we need to go back to the fact that you reference really old stuff that I don't understand. A solitary. And apparently I have one in my house. Who knew?
No, your father did.
My father does. Right. And I'm appalled that I didn't
You
know
guys
that.
are into Nintendos nowadays. You're not into solitaries and real beautiful furniture.
Yeah, that's true. Modern things.
Modern thing.
Modern.
Want me to start?
We'll let you start for once.
You know, Rose, thank you. It was fun doing that word. But it also makes me think about solitary people in life and how sad it is, because there's so many depressed and alone people that need happiness, that need love, that need compassion from other people, that need understanding, acceptance.
Yeah, Jim, do tell.
Well,
We're leaving that in. That's staying in. Welcome back to the Jim and Patrick Show. And we were talking real super serious, and then the...
God just came down and said, wait a minute.
Exactly. Wow. Anyway, Jim, back to your super serious point
I think I lost my
about
super
lonely
serious.
people.
The point is let's all nowadays fight for ending sexism, racism, intolerance, bullying. We don't need
All
it
true
anymore.
things.
We are all human beings on
world
this
does
face of
not
the earth, no matter where we're from and who we are. Respect begets respect.
Yes.
And thank you again, like I said earlier, to the young people that prove that there are young people out there that have fortitude, that have assertiveness, and have true feelings to make a life for themselves that's respectable.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I was just at was actually volunteering at a community event in at a community event out in West Philadelphia. It was a back to school event where we were giving out backpacks to kids and stuff. Probably gave it about 200, backpacks and full of school supplies and stuff. And just with all the speakers that were there that were talking and talking about education and how important it is to stay in school. And it gave me a lot of hope for the human race. You know what I'm saying? To see that there's a lot of people that do care, and that it isn't just everybody for themselves, hooray for me, the heck with you kind of attitude, which is the way it seems that the world is very hooray for me, the heck with you. So it was nice to be out at something positive like that and see good things being done in the community, and just with what you said, it just reminded me of that it gives you hope for the human race,
The only thing that disturbs me is that we're given aid, and we're taking care of all people in different other countries for a lot of reasons. But we got hungry people right here in the United States on street
A lot of good
corners.
you can do in your own communities.
And I think that we should take care of them first, and our children that are deprived, before we start taking care of people of other countries. And that doesn't mean I'm against it.
No, of course not. I'm just saying, I think you're right that, how they say charity begins at home. You got, there's, people you walk by every day on your way to work that need.
Are you like turned on by this umbrella?
Well, the
Paul?
umbrella it's a problem. And everybody saw that earlier, but we don't need to accentuate our problems when the world has its own. So thank you, everyone. Thank you especially to Rose.
Later.
At the gym, oh my goodness.
Jim
It's
and Patrick.
Jim and Pat.
Show.
Okay, listen.
Pretty soon it's going to be Jim Show.
Listen, Jim, this is like the doing the business part of this. At Jim and oh my gosh. At Jim and Pat Show is our Twitter, regardless of how poorly I said that. And the Jim and Patrick Show at gmail.com is how you can get in touch with us with any feedback that you have, good, bad, or indifferent, which I'm sure most of it will be bad and indifferent.
Always is.
Good. So yeah, hit us up. Thank you. We'll be back with more from this episode.